Hello and welcome. My name is Nicole Chasson. I am a level 2 QHHT practitioner, evidential psychic medium, and Reiki master. I wanted to create this video in order to offer some tips to have a successful QHHT session. I think the thing that people are most surprised about when they come into these sessions is how subtle the communication between spirit can be. When you're in a hypnosis session or in meditation or just going about your day and being in that if you're in a high vibration and relaxed state of being, that's when you can receive messages from spirit. Alternatively, if you're in the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it is very hard to understand like what messages sound like or feel like or look like. And so in a QHHT session, we as the practitioners will guide you into that higher vibration and quiet and relaxed state. And that is when communication can more easily happen. For those that don't access this state very often, though, it can feel kind of funny. It can sometimes feel like you're the one speaking and sometimes like you're not the one speaking, and that you're like aware of what's going on in the session, but you're not in charge because we do ask the ego left brain to step aside during these sessions. And so the best thing you can do in order to have a successful session is to follow these tips, and you will get all the answers and the healing that you came to get. So tip number 1 is when I begin to tell you a story, just helping you to guide you to relax, picture and imagine everything I'm telling you and just allow yourself to kind of get immersed in that story. Number 2, when I ask a question, trust and say the first thing that comes to mind. This one is very important. Trust and say the first thing that comes to mind. Sometimes we don't want to trust it, but when we do that, that's where the magic can begin. That is speaking from the right brain. When we just answer the first thing that comes to mind, we're setting the left brain ego aside and we're letting spirit put that information in our head and out of our mouths. Number 3, when I ask you to see something, try to see it in as much detail as possible. Number 4, when I ask you to describe something, talk and talk a lot. Because the more we talk in this lighter state of trance that we go through in a QHHT session in the beginning, the deeper you'll go into your story. It's rare these days to have an amnesia experience in QHHT, and that is actually because Spirit wants us to be aware during these sessions so that moving forward in our day-to-day lives, we will have a better understanding of what it feels like to communicate with Spirit. And that is the ultimate goal. So if you will just trust and follow these tips, then you'll be exactly where you need to be to have a session that unfolds beautifully for you. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you soon.